Hello everyone, welcome in. Suki Cat here. Today in this video we're going to be venting a little bit, some about sleep deprivation and some about relationship stuff. Wow! Surprise! I know. Who knew? Anyways, without further ado, grab a snack, sit back, get some water. We'll get into the video. Come on, let's go. Alright, so we're gonna try our very best to keep this as structured as possible. Number one, first thing in the video, I'm sleep deprived. It's terrible. Yes, you can probably see it in my little eyes and my makeupless, energyless eyes. Yes, your girl is sleep deprived. We've been given a sleep diary log, by our neurologist, my neuropsychologist. Yeah, it's something. It's something. We got some information on it so far, and it asks for like what times my nap was, me rating my fatigue, what time I went to bed, what time I turned the lights out, how long it took me to go to sleep, how many times I woke up, how many minutes I was awake in between the time I went to sleep versus the time that I woke up for good. All that lovely, wonderful stuff. It's horrible. So many different things are affected by it. It's insane. Number one, I mean, the obvious thing is that I'm tired. I'm so tired, but no matter how tired I am, I can't sleep more than what I already am. It's so strange. Number two, high calorie food cravings. Apparently it's a thing whenever you get to this point of sleep deprivation. A few things start to happen. Number one, you start micro sleeping, which I've been doing. Number two, and this isn't obviously in any specific order. Second thing that can happen is hallucinations, which I've also already had experienced beforehand because of my mental illness. So it didn't really freak me out as much. It was just more of an annoyance. For example, I was holding my fork yesterday, eating something, just, like a normal fork, just pretend this is a fork. And I was eating, and I look to my fork, and I could tell that there's a trail of light. Let's see if there's some now. No, yeah. But there's like a an after image. There we go. Like an after image. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it was a hallucination, okay? Some of them are tactile, some of them can be, or tactile is touch based, and some of them can be visual or audio based. See what else? Your body is so starved for energy. You are trying so hard to get any sort of energy you can, hence cravings for high calorie foods so that your body can turn that into energy to try to function. And guess what I've been doing? I have been shoving food into my mouth like there's no tomorrow, which unfortunately triggers my eating disorder thoughts. That's right, folks. Another lore drop. I've got an eating disorder. I've been keeping it in check. I've had it since high school. I'm 28 now. I've relatively been able to keep it in check up until semi recently. Um, I lost. I weighed very little and I gained a whole bunch of weight over the course of a few years, due to multiple factors. Wound up being, I think 175 was my highest weight. I'm now back down to about 140 to 145, that area. I think I'm averaging around 145. Um, and I was really proud of myself for getting myself down to that weight because 175 was the heaviest I'd ever been ever in my entire life. And I wanted to get back down to a healthy weight, and so I did so. But now with me craving all of these high calorie foods and me honestly not really trying to, what's the word, resist them. I've been eating them because I'm tired and hungry. Like, what am I gonna do, you know? It's not like I can go out and exercise in 100 and whatever degree heat with my chronic illness either. So yes, me eating a lot and then not being able to exercise properly. It's getting to my little noggin, my noggin. my noodle, my noggin, my brain, my little smooth brain. Wow. Okay. We've got all that out. I don't know why I keep saying we. I just word vomited all of that. So sorry. But we'll keep going as best as we can. Another thing that happens, I keep looking over at my notes because scatterbrained. I'm also starting to get kind of snappy at people. I haven't yet, but internally I can feel it. There will be times where someone will say something and I don't know, I'll just have this internal thought like, "Oh, we get it." You know, like, "Oh, you don't have to say it every time we talk to you." Just I'm not going to go into too specifics, but there's something in mind that I have in my brain specifically that I keep getting like miffed about for no reason and I just need to shut up about it. But yeah, sleep deprivation makes you a little bit more snippy, which is something that I also struggled with because of BPD. So just stacking those two things kind of makes it hard to have a relationship, not even just relationship wise with my husband, but friendships as well. Um, those are relationships too. Whenever I say relationships, it could be either my relationship with my husband or it could be my relationship with my family or relationships with my friends. It all just depends, but I'll add context whenever I do say that. So in this particular context, we are talking about friendships. Um, my my friends are wonderful people. Love them so much. Um, and I know who's gonna watch this. It's not you. It's not you, okay? It's not you. It's none of you, okay? This is a different thing. So, anyways, um, but love them to death. It's a thing that I've got to get over. What are we talking about again? Anyways, whatever. Yeah. But anyways, oh, sorry. Ooh, this video is a doozy. Okay, so let's just go to the next bullet point. It's fine. Oh, that's right. Okay. So now we're switching from friendship mode to husband mode, um, relationship wise. So I have to put myself back in my place from time to time. Just kind of check myself before I wreck myself. Chickadee check myself before I wreck myself, you know? Um, but no, he works and I do not because I am disabled. As you can see, it's actually a bad flare-up day, but we'll get to that in a second. Um, he works and I do not because I cannot and should not at this moment in time. Um, so yes, since he makes all the financial decisions and works very hard, and I'm so grateful for him working so hard, it is my job to take care of the house, and that includes making sure it's clean. Oh goodness, let me drink a water. I'm sorry. Sorry, yes, okay. So part of my job is making sure that the house is clean, the laundry is clean and folded. I actually kind of failed on the folded part. Again, we'll get to that in a second. Also, my jobs are to make dinner, clean the dishes, pretty much anything around the house unless it's utility wise or maintenance wise or fixing anything. It's my job to do. Um, and I found myself getting a little aggravated the other night, not outwardly, but just internally again, just kind of working through thought processes, trying to rewire my brain. But I was getting kind of upset. I was like, why am I always cooking? Why isn't my husband helping me cook or clean up? Just kind of getting to that thought process, like, oh, like I should be the only one to cook and clean or clean up after dinner, as in, like I shouldn't be the only one who does that. Like he should cook too. But then I have to check myself and be like, Yuki, we don't work. This is our job. If we can physically get up today, that's our job today. That's our job to provide for our husband. Um, my personal job. And I'm not saying our as like a collective womanhood or whatever. You do whatever works for your relationship. I'm doing whatever works for my relationship. So anyways, I have to remind myself of my roles and my jobs. It's my jobs to do those things. So yeah, I'm just having to keep that in mind. And it's easy to do once you get into the habit of it, of checking yourself every so often. It just becomes second nature to just be like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but for me it was to get into that mindset of, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay, last point on the list here, chronic illness flare-up day. It's one of those days. I've got my good old double forearm crutches here. Thankfully I could move my legs. Today I had 2 seizures, I believe this morning. I think around 4 a.m. I had 2 seizures this morning, and I could tell that my legs were starting to go out, and I did overwork myself yesterday with walking because I'm trying to keep myself as physically active as I can while I am able to move. However, I do think I overdid it yesterday. So I could feel my legs started to go out yesterday afternoon-ish. And this morning I had those seizures, and then just after those seizures, my legs just, they didn't want to do the thing. Um, and then I'm sure there are some other things about my chronic illness that have flared up that have kind of mixed into the sleep deprivation thing. Like I'm tired and fatigued, which I'm sure some of that is from my chronic illness and some of it is from the sleep deprivation. I'm also in some pain, which I actually need to take medicine for that here in a minute. Oh, man, who saw? That feels a little bit better, my guy. Sorry, I like doing that voice. Arigato onegaishimasu. Domo arigato kudasai. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Um, Train of thought is gone again. Yes, feel much better. Now that I got all of that out. Uh, Video diaries are pretty beneficial if you could just learn to not give a shit about what people say in the comments. Oh goodness. Yes. Okay. Yes, that was me though. That was my venting video on things that I had to remind myself of or just vent about. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. It's been your girl Yuki here. I'll see you in the next one and hopefully it'll be a gaming video. It will be. Bye.